He likes grooming himself in the sun so that it dries faster. Sanu.
Trying to capture your little ninja moves.
That's my precious Woody.
Those are bigger than on the menu, eh? Get the dumplings next to my phone for size. As far as you can't tell.
Hi, good morning everyone. I'm gonna do my makeup and chat with you about the week I just had. I've been trying to vlog all week, but it wasn't so successful. I did get some like snippets and clips and stuff, but it didn't go as planned. So I finally have a moment to sit down and kind of just talk you through it. So this is my week so far. It's Friday already, so that's how bad I've been at vlogging. So this week I worked on Monday and Wednesday at Umiko, which is a framing printing shop. I do the printing there, and I've been there for a couple months now, and I've been learning a lot. I've been doing a lot of Photoshop and printing and slicing stuff. I think I talked about it in a previous video, and it's been really fun. It's like a learning experience, and I just wanted to do something that I haven't really done that much before, but have a little bit of experience in, so that I can take it with me to future jobs, or at this job I can continue learning something, you know what I mean? Whenever I print something at Umiko, sometimes I'll frame it there, like next door, or I'll just never see it again. So Umiko has some really crazy clients, and one of them being YSL Saint Laurent. They have a gallery in Beverly Hills, and I've been trying to make it out there, but it's far and kind of inconvenient to get to, so I've been putting it off. But then yesterday Tashin had an event there in Beverly Hills at their store, so Jason and I went, and it's a brunch, so we got there, had brunch. We were just going around looking at all the books. They had some really cool books on not furniture design, well I guess kind of like furniture design, but just design of things like objects, and that was really interesting to me because I mean, I make ceramics, so I was flipping through and I was getting so much inspiration, and I was just really excited. And Paige Wassel was there. I got to say hi to her. Yeah, so they had a presentation, and then after the presentation we went on a bus tour around LA, or around Hollywood, which is something I've never done before. The person who was hosting the book tour wrote work for Tashin, and the tour went on for maybe about an hour. There was so much traffic, because it's from Beverly Hills through Hollywood and then back. So the tour ended at this place called Formosa, which is very like Chinese influenced, I guess, but also a bar. And just a couple days ago, Lindsay Lohan was there. Because we were in Beverly Hills, I asked Jason if we could stop by the Saint Laurent store, and I was kind of nervous because it was on Rodeo Drive, like at the very corner, and I don't know, like it's just so like not snooty, but just so fancy there, and I don't I don't identify that way, I guess. So we were walking around and we stopped to get ice cream at Jenny's, and then we went up to the store, and when I looked inside, it was actually pretty crowded. And then we walked in, and yeah, all the pressure like eased away, because I thought it was gonna be like almost like walking into a gallery where there was no one in there and there was all this pressure to commit to buying something, you know. But I walked in and we were greeted, and the guy was like, "Oh, can I help you find anything, or would you like a drink?" And I was like, "Oh no, we're just here to check out the gallery." And they were just like happy to have us in there, and they were, like, it was such a packed store. Anyway, I have this eyeshadow that is discontinued from MAC. It's called Blue Brown, and it's a metallic-y shift kind of eyeshadow. It didn't come in this container originally, but the lid on it broke, so I transferred it to this container just a couple days ago. I'm testing out all these eyeshadows right now because I want to do makeup for meals, and I found this. This is a ColourPop Super Shock Shadow in Party of 5, and I thought this color is so beautiful, but when I got it home, I realized I have all these other eyeshadows that are very similar. So, hey, buddy. Look at him. He's like, "What are you doing? What are you working on?" He wants to be in the middle of it. So I pulled out my MAC eyeshadow, and I noticed the lid was broken. I'm like, damn, I gotta transfer it. So I transferred it into this container, but then I found these two smaller containers. So I think what I'm gonna do is transfer some into these smaller containers and then give them to my sister or, I don't know, a friend or something like that. So I'm just gonna, I have a paper towel down here, so I could try to do it neatly, but who knows. I mean, it's working pretty well. Oh man, in the beginning days of YouTube, I used to watch a lot of like repotting and like taking the eyeshadow out of the original pan and then gosh, what do you call it? Repanning, I guess? Or like if an eyeshadow breaks, what do? You like soak it with alcohol or whatever you have, and then yeah, and then put it together again, basically. And then Urban Decay, I remember they used to have their eyeshadow primers in this ridiculous genie bottle, and you can use it for like a couple months, but then it will like, it's not usable anymore because you can't reach the bottom of the container. So all these women on YouTube were making videos on how to repot it. I guess open up the container, and it got to the point where they switched out their container, Urban Decay switched out their containers to a more efficient container, which, like, duh, give the people what they want, you know, which is awesome that they did that because of all these videos on YouTube. This eyeshadow MAC doesn't make anymore, but I think it's the most beautiful eyeshadow. Here, I'll show you a little swatch. Kind of silvery blue, but if you blend it out, then it becomes more like reddish with a hint of silver. So I find that when I have it on my eyelids, it's a little bit more reddish brown, and then the silvery bluish parts kind of cling onto my lash line, and I just think that's so pretty. So that's why I like it so much. So yeah, yesterday Jason and I spent the whole day in Beverly Hills. It was so much traffic getting around and getting back to the east side, but I'm so grateful that we got to do that. And then they also gave us both some books. They gave us a Disneyland book, and this is Andy Warhol's Polaroids. Yeah, so they gave us those, and then we got something for Dacia. So the reason why I pulled out the eyeshadow is, well, also because I wanted to show you some swatches. It's really light in comparison, and I think it actually applies best if you just apply it with your fingers. Here's the ColourPop Party of 5, and then this is the one from MAC that is now discontinued. Oh my gosh, it's just so pretty. So it's the one right next to it right here. Can you focus? Yeah, there you go. It's the one right next to it right here. I just think it looks so pretty. There's a color in this MAC palette called Starry Night. It's a foil. Can you guess which one it is? Just kidding, it's this one right here. Yeah, so you can see it's essentially the same thing, but maybe a little bit more purpley. It's so pretty. But I don't reach for that much because I don't want to freaking break out this huge situation. But I think I'm going to, because I'm gonna start doing makeup for photo shoots, so maybe I can. And then I have this right here, which is from Laura Mercier. It's the Caviar Stick in the color Rush, and for years this was my go-to. And it's very similar to Starry Night, but it's glittery in the way that the ColourPop one is. Laura Mercier Rush, MAC Starry Night, MAC Blue Brown, and ColourPop Party of 5. Today I'm gonna be at Meals, so it's actually pretty close by my house. I'm gonna bike into work there today. But after work I have to go back to Melrose, Hollywood area, and I told my neighbor that I'll DJ his store pop-up, so I have to pack up all the stuff right now. And earlier in the week, Jason found a place to get my car tinted. I've had my car for like 10 years, and living in California, it gets really hot in the car. And my car is a darker color, it's a Prius, and I just really like it. But he's like, you should get it tinted because it'll hide your DJ equipment, which I don't leave out anyway. And I'm not taking my car out today, so I feel fine about loading all my equipment in there and then picking it up from my own driveway. Anyway, today I think I'm gonna go, since I already have this palette out, I'm just gonna go for Starry Night. And I'll show you how that looks. And how I like to apply it is just kind of layer it on with a pretty dense brush. This is a, oh my gosh, this is a Sonia Kashuk brush from Target from when I was in high school. I wanted this brush for so long, and then I saw a makeup video on Nylon where they were doing makeup on I think Megan Fox, and they used that on her lips as a lip liner brush. And I'm like, whoa, this isn't just this is actually a concealer brush. I'm like, whoa, you don't have to use it just as a concealer brush. And at the time, when I was just getting into makeup, I thought that whatever the brush said it was, that's what you use it for. Now that I've watched so many makeup videos, I'm like, oh, well, now when people make makeup brushes, they don't put the name of the brush, they just put the number of the brush, right? So you can use it for multiple things. And brushes are brushes, art is art, so you can use it for whatever you want, really, whatever your function is. Anyway, it's 9 o'clock, so I gotta go pack some records. So I'll get dressed and show you along. Got influenced by my own friends, so I bought this little Le Sport Sac backpack off eBay because, well, okay, a couple weeks ago I went to Vidiots and watched this movie called Before Sunset with Dacia, and in Before Sunset she wears a little backpack like this, and I remember whenever I travel anywhere, like I travel a lot with Maddie, or used to at least, and anywhere we went she always had this little Le Sport Sac backpack, and I thought it was so cute. So then I went on eBay, found one that was like super cheap, so kind of like lunged on it, got it, and then when I got it home, this is so much smaller than what she had. So I sent her a video, and then she's like, oh, I just have a normal size, like JanSport size backpack where you can fit your computer in and everything. So I got the wrong size, but this is so cute anyway. I need to wash it. I don't think they make the size anymore because I checked on the website and they just didn't have it. So yeah, I can't link it, but if you're able to find it on, I don't know, eBay or Poshmark or something like that, it's way cheaper and it's better to buy things used anyway, in my opinion. I need to go through my stuff because I have a lot of little bags that I don't use, so I should probably add that to Depop. And I'm also trying to make biking my main mode of transportation again. So earlier this week I biked to INQUIRES twice. So once on my regular bike, and I was so sweaty. And then the second time on my e-bike, and it was such a breeze. It was so much faster and yeah, super chill. So today I'm gonna bike to Meals Clothing using my e-bike. Okay, so my neighbor and friend has a shop called Paper 8 that I'm DJing at tonight, and he usually plays movie soundtracks because that's what the shop is about. So I do have a couple Quentin Tarantino soundtracks here, so I'm definitely gonna bring those, and I think a little bit more upbeat. This is my crate that I picked out. So hopefully you can take a screen grab if you want to. And if you have any questions, also just let me know. This is the vibe that I think will work for Paper 8 for a 3-hour set for a store opening pop-up situation. A little bit more upbeat, some post-punk, some vibey stuff, lots of soundtracks, some disco, some French New Wave. Serge Gainsbourg is also in there. Some old Hollywood. Not old Hollywood, but retro Hollywood, I guess. And that's what I have. So yeah, when people ask me to DJ, this is what they're looking at. A speaker. Oh, I need to get the stand for it too. The mixer, all the cords in this container right here with all the needles and the headphones. Matt asked for a projector, so I'm bringing that. The 2 turntables. All the extension cords, power strip and all that is in there, and this crate. So I think what I'm gonna do is load this stuff in my car right now, so I don't have to worry about that when I get off of work at meals, and then I'll load this in later since I don't want it to get warped. It looks like you have it on.
Side here, and then I can only tell because he just started trembling and squirming, and so I had to grab him before I shot. And he came to right here, and then he went over and peed on the bush and looked at me and walking.
Only her face is in a shade.
But he always crawls up here by himself.
He crawled up there by himself?
Yeah, I almost never grab him on this chair. He comes up himself.
Oh, Woody. Hi, Woody.
Yeah, I feel like
B-roll.
expecting it not to.
What do you got there, Danny?
And Bubsy baguette.
Oh, as do I. Look at these grapes. Okay. Take a bite. Can you describe the flavors?
Tastes like a bean. Tastes like a green bean, but it's purple. Really tasty.
They're the same.
She's looking at you like he's like, yeah, cheese. It's funny, it's like she's scared but doesn't want to show it. Yeah, she's like, whatever.
I don't think she's scared because her tail's not.
She doesn't see yes.
Geek out on that kind of stuff, but yeah, it's my favorite movie, so I hope you guys enjoy it.